Have you ever seen a scene like this? This is a giant raft moving on the river. It is controlled by a farmer. This is not an ordinary raft, but a unique way to transport bamboo from one place to another far away. It is a way to move millions of bamboo trees without spending any money. So, today, let's explore with us how Bangladeshi farmers transport tons of bamboo in a unique way. In Bangladesh, transporting large quantities of bamboo across rivers is common in areas like Chittagong. The area has vast hilly areas suitable for growing bamboo, and a dense network of rivers makes transportation easier. This does not mean that bamboo is transported by boat, but instead, Bangladeshi farmers use hundreds of bamboo plants to form giant rafts hundreds of meters long. This is done every day on the Sangu River in Bandarban. Skilled farmers, also known as rafters, navigate these bamboo rafts downstream. They use the river current to aid their movement, steering the rafts with long poles. Once at their destination, the rafts are disassembled and the bamboo is sold or transported to factories for further processing. The unique method of transportation is widely used in Bangladesh because it is highly efficient and cost-effective. However, this method only works for bamboo, as the plant has a natural buoyancy, making it easier to float. Apart from this method, Bangladeshi farmers use other methods to transport bamboo. In places where rafting is not possible, bamboo bundles are transported across rivers by boat. In some cases, bamboo is transported via the road network by truck or cart, especially when the destination is accessible by road. Bamboo has great economic value in many developing countries, especially for an agricultural country like Bangladesh. Bamboo plays an important role in various sectors and supports the livelihood of rural communities in the country. Studies have shown that in eastern Bangladesh, bamboo plays an important role in providing employment, especially for the low-skilled rural labor force. To have a thriving bamboo industry, bamboo farms are being planted on a large scale across Bangladesh. The country has a tropical climate that is conducive to bamboo cultivation. opening up opportunities for mass production of bamboo products. Studies have shown that large-scale bamboo production can contribute about $51.5 million to the economy annually, with the potential to increase to $71 million through optimized production. This industrialization process can reduce the country's total carbon emissions by about 14.8%. So, how did Bangladeshi farmers develop the bamboo industry? In Bangladesh, bamboo is mainly grown on rural households and private farms, which account for about 80% of the country's production. Farmers often grow bamboo along the boundaries of their land or on less fertile land to optimize space and resources. Bangladesh Forest Research Institute has advanced tissue culture techniques to develop new, high-yielding bamboo varieties that exhibit superior growth rates and resilience compared to traditional bamboo varieties. Bamboo is a perennial plant. It can grow for decades, even hundreds of years after planting, because when old bamboo trees fall, young bamboo trees will grow continuously, allowing them to grow for many years. A mature bamboo tree usually takes 3 to 5 years. Farmers use specialized tools to cut down each tree to the standard. Farmers in Bangladesh need to harvest bamboo sustainably, as overharvesting, especially of young plants, will result in weaker bamboo and depletion of the resource. Mature bamboo plants should be harvested, and young bamboo plants should be allowed to grow sustainably. This will also ensure a future for the bamboo industry in Bangladesh. After being transported to the processing site, bamboo is traditionally dried to reduce moisture, prevent rot, and reduce pests. Bamboo is usually sold in bulk to processing units ranging from small workshops to large-scale factories, depending on the final product. Bangladeshis can use bamboo to make furniture, household utensils, or to make paper. In general, processing adds significant value to bamboo, turning it into a higher value product. Apart from domestic consumption, the international market also offers significant growth opportunities for Bangladeshi bamboo products, creating conditions for further development of the bamboo industry.
Have you ever thought that garbage can become a valuable resource? And can chickens live healthily on the leftover food that we throw away every day? Sounds like a crazy idea, right? But in fact, this is a very reasonable and sustainable solution, not only helping to save costs, but also contributing to environmental protection. Let's explore this unique chicken farming model and the unexpected benefits it brings. You will probably be surprised to know that every year in the world, up to 1 billion tons of food is wasted, equivalent to 1/3 of the food produced. Not only is this a waste of resources, it also has a serious impact on the environment and the economy. Food waste can release large amounts of methane, an extremely dangerous greenhouse gas. So how can we effectively solve this problem? The answer may come from chickens. Yes, you heard it right. You might be thinking, how can chickens help solve the problem of food waste? But the truth is that we can feed chickens the leftovers that we usually throw away. So instead of throwing food scraps in the trash, we will turn them into an extremely nutritious source of food for chickens. Not only do chickens provide us with delicious eggs and meats, but their manure can also become valuable organic fertilizer. Chickens are quite similar to us in that they are omnivores. They will eat everything from leftover vegetables and fruits to old grains, bread, and even leftover processed foods. A small flock of chickens, only about 6 chickens, can eat up to 60 pounds of leftovers per month. And did you know that chickens can eat up to 1/4 to 1/3 pound of leftovers per day? No need to worry about spending money on chicken feed anymore, because they will help you clean up and save you money. To effectively raise chickens from food waste, farm design is extremely important. A chicken farm on a landfill needs to have a spacious and airy space where chickens can move freely and eat food waste. This area needs to be divided into areas such as a feeding area, a nesting area, and a manure collection area. In addition, there needs to be a system to collect food waste from sources such as restaurants, markets, or from families. These foods must be classified and only safe, unspoiled food should be fed to chickens. In addition, to ensure that chickens grow healthily and have good quality eggs and meat, a reasonable diet with adequate vitamins and minerals is needed. And did you know, chicken manure is not just something we need to clean up. After eating leftovers, chickens will contribute great value to your land. Chicken manure not only provides nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, calcium, but also increases organic matter in the soil, helping plants grow better, bringing bumper crops. If you're gardening, chicken manure is black gold that helps increase soil quality, bringing bumper crops without having to spend money on industrial fertilizers. With the right composting process, chicken manure can become organic fertilizer, helping gardening sustainably and saving costs for households. A perfect cycle. So, how does chicken manure become a safe, quality source of compost? Chicken manure combined with organic waste through the digging process of chickens will become dry and porous. It is not an exaggeration to say that it is the chickens themselves who have worked to turn their waste into organic fertilizer for plants. For compost to decompose, it needs oxygen. The more air you provide, the faster it decomposes. Composting is a labor-intensive job, but chickens can do at least a quarter of that work for you. A single chicken can flatten a large pile of manure in 2 days, so you can imagine what a flock of chickens can do for your farm's compost pile. Applying the model of raising chickens from leftover food not only helps reduce food waste, but also creates a sustainable cycle. Leftover food becomes chicken feed. Chickens provide us with eggs and meat. Chicken manure helps improve the soil to grow more food. This model not only saves costs for farmers, but also minimizes negative impacts on the environment. Chicken manure will provide valuable nutrients to the soil, helping plants grow better without the need for industrial fertilizers. This is a closed cycle from leftover food to useful products for humans and the environment. So, from the pile of waste that we often throw away, chickens not only help reduce food waste, but also bring many benefits to the environment and the community. Don't let waste become a burden. Let chickens help us turn it into a valuable resource, promoting sustainable agriculture.
In recent years, rabbit farming has boomed across Kenya, providing thousands of small-scale farmers with a sustainable and profitable livelihood. Millions of rabbits raised in Kenya have helped this country ensure food security and more sustainable lives for its people. In times of economic challenges in Kenya, rabbit farming has emerged as an alternative source of income that requires little space, investment, and labor. Farmers across Kenya have turned to this method to improve their financial security, provide food for their families, and increase their access to local markets. Rabbit farming has become increasingly popular as demand for rabbit meat has skyrocketed in both domestic and international markets. Rabbit meat is prized for its leanness, low cholesterol, and high protein content, making it a healthier alternative to beef, pork, or chicken. This demand has encouraged many farmers to take up rabbit farming, realizing the profitability of the business. In addition, the cost of raising rabbits is significantly lower than other livestock, such as cows or goats, making it an attractive livestock industry for small-scale farmers. For farmers in Kenya, rabbit farming not only provides meat for local consumers, but also exports abroad, especially to European countries where there is high demand for this product. One of the most attractive features of rabbit farming is the relatively low cost of starting a farm. Rabbits require less space and feed than other livestock, and their breeding cycle is extremely fast. A single rabbit can produce multiple litters every 2 to 3 months, allowing farmers to build up their herds quickly. The rapid turnover rate means that farmers can scale their businesses efficiently and generate income within a few months of starting a farm. Unlike larger animals that require extensive grazing areas or intensive feeding, rabbits thrive in simple enclosures such as wire mesh cages, and their diet consists primarily of vegetable scraps, hay, and grains. This makes rabbit farming particularly accessible to Kenyan farmers who may not have extensive land or resources. Therefore, to start a rabbit farm, Kenyan farmers only need a small initial investment in housing, feed, and breeding stock. They can raise a large number of rabbits and generate a stable income. Rabbit farming is not only a source of income for Kenyan farmers, but also plays an important role in addressing food security in rural communities. The nutritional value of rabbit meat provides a healthy and affordable source of protein for families. Rabbit farmers in Kenya say they can provide a steady source of protein for their families, helping to reduce malnutrition rates among children and populations that are often facing hunger. So, how do Kenyan farmers get access to such rabbit farming practices? The success of rabbit farming in Kenya is due in part to the many training and support programs available to farmers. Farmers' organizations or NGOs have recognized the potential of rabbit farming and have provided technical training and resources to farmers interested in the activity. These programs play a vital role in helping farmers learn best rabbit farming practices, including breeding, housing, feeding, and disease management. Furthermore, cooperatives and farmer associations have played an important role in connecting rabbit farmers to markets, both domestically and internationally. By working together, farmers can sell their products collectively, ensuring better prices and more reliable income. In some areas, cooperatives have also set up processing facilities, allowing farmers to add value to their products by producing rabbit sausages, jerky, and other processed meats. Rabbit meat processing plants in Kenya play a vital role in transforming the country's growing rabbit farming industry into a sustainable business. These plants provide the necessary infrastructure for safe and hygienic rabbit meat processing. Modern facilities in Kenya adhere to strict health and safety standards, ensuring that meat is processed for both domestic consumption and export to international markets. The process begins with the slaughter of the rabbits, followed by the removal of skin, viscera, and careful cutting of the meat. Specialized equipment ensures uniformity, while cold storage maintains the freshness of the product until it is processed. Some establishments also offer value-added products such as rabbit sausages, jerky, and other processed meats, which cater to the higher demand of the population. The expanding rabbit meat market is also profitable for Kenyan farmers. We have just watched how Kenyan farmers get rich from rabbit farming. How do you feel about today's video? Leave your comments below to let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to receive the latest notifications. And now, goodbye and see you again.
Every year, billions of rabbits are raised on farms around the world for meat and fur. Due to high demand, rabbits are transported in large numbers from farm to farm or from breeding to processing plants every day. So do you know how people can transport millions of rabbits easily and quickly? In today's video, let's explore with us. Airplanes are the fastest means of transport in the world, so they are one of the most popular means of transport for pets. Due to their small size and ability to move quickly, rabbits are placed in plastic boxes or iron cages before boarding the plane to ensure safety during transportation. Rabbit boxes must comply with regulations and must have enough oxygen and maintain a stable temperature during transportation. Normally, transporting live animals by plane requires very strict regulations. A health certificate from a veterinary facility and a vaccination certificate are required. Therefore, if you want to transport pets or any animal, you should prepare the necessary procedures. Rabbits are also transported by truck or car to long-distance areas. However, transporters need to follow certain rules when transporting pets to ensure their health and safety. If transporting when moving from one area to another, rabbits that meet health or vaccination requirements can be transported, because the process of transporting livestock is also one of the causes of spreading diseases. For commercial rabbit farms, transportation is mainly done by specialized trucks. Thousands of rabbits harvested from the farm will be transported to the processing plant in large livestock transport trucks. Each plastic cage can hold about 5 rabbits, then each cage is stacked on the truck to save space. The way to transport rabbits is also quite similar to other poultry. Moreover, the transport trucks are specially designed to help the animals be most comfortable and reduce stress. At the processing plant, each rabbit is unloaded from the truck and begins a processing line. Here the world's largest meat processing plant will be built with a large capacity. In fact, the lines will be designed tightly and according to processing requirements. In particular, they are manufactured according to the standard's current hygiene regulations and compliance with the Animal Welfare Act. The rabbits are slaughtered in a humane and painless manner that does not affect the quality of the meat. Just like other slaughtered animals, all rabbits are then put on a hanging rack and turn the body over. During this stage, the rabbits will be skinned, then they will be washed several times and the organs removed. After removing the internal organs, the rabbit's body is slowly and carefully cut into many small parts. And finally, it is packaged and stored at cold temperatures to deliver to consumers. It's really not difficult to slaughter and process rabbits, right? The most expensive part is probably the rabbit's thigh bone, so this part is sold on the market at a fairly high price. In addition, other parts of the rabbit such as ribs, rabbit ears, lean meat, and fatty meat from rabbits are also products used to make many delicious and high-class dishes. Some typical dishes from rabbits are stir-fried rabbit meat, steamed rabbit meat with lemon leaves, salt-roasted rabbit meat, and many more. A rabbit leg can provide 30% of the daily omega-3 requirement, 3 times higher than other meats, and has almost no cholesterol. Therefore, rabbit meat will be an effective solution to prevent cardiovascular diseases. In addition, the abundant vitamin B groups, B1, B2, B6, B12, in it will protect the nervous system and help muscles develop well, beneficial for the cell regeneration process. Did you know? Rabbit fur is also the main raw material to create valuable products such as shoes, clothes, fur hats, etc. This is considered a rare and high-end item on the market. Once the processing machine has enough rabbit fur, they will sell it to large fashion factories or people who love handmade clothing. The products from these little rabbits are amazing. Right? So how do farms raise rabbits to produce millions of tons of rabbit meat and fur? On rabbit farms, instead of raising them outdoors or in greenhouses, they choose to raise them in cages. Raising rabbits in cages does not allow for their natural behaviors such as digging, hiding and searching for food. However, rabbit farmers will provide everything they need here and do not affect their health. During the development process, rabbits are carefully cared for. They will be fed food such as hay or nutritious pellets so that the rabbits can grow quickly. Besides, they will also provide water for the rabbits every day using an automatic system. Rabbits are fast-growing animals with good reproductive ability. They reach slaughter weight after about 3 to 3.5 months. Each year, a female rabbit gives birth to 6 to 7 litters and produces 90 to 140 kilograms of rabbit meat per year, so rabbit farmers often gain high profits and expand their farms quickly.
Hello all David Farm viewers! Have you ever eaten a banana with the peel on? The peel of a normal banana is astringent and slightly bitter, so most of us eat bananas without the peel. However, strangely, in Japan, people can eat the whole banana, including the peel, just like they eat apples or peaches. Could it be that the Japanese like the taste of the banana peel? So today, let's explore with us the reason why the Japanese can eat bananas with the peel on. The banana that the Japanese eat with the peel is not the usual banana that we eat, but a special banana produced by the Japanese themselves. This unique banana variety is called mongi banana, and the peel can be eaten. These bananas are rare, produced in small quantities, and are considered a luxury fruit in Japan. They sell for a very high price, around 650 to 1,000 yen, about 5 to 7 US dollars per banana, which is the price you would pay for 20 regular bananas in a supermarket in the US. So, how do the Japanese breed these bananas to make them so expensive? Mongi bananas are grown in controlled environments, often in greenhouse systems that can easily be cooled to minus 60 degrees Celsius and then suddenly raised to 26 degrees Celsius. This temperature change results in a softer, thinner skin due to the slower growth of the skin. This mimics the evolutionary conditions of prehistoric bananas, making them hardier and sweeter. This particular banana variety is grown in nutrient-rich soils without chemical fertilizers, ensuring the production of organic quality bananas. Banana plants also require adequate watering with clean, unpolluted water. Furthermore, the controlled growing environment reduces exposure to pests and pathogens. Therefore, farmers do not need to use pesticides that are harmful to bananas. Each banana plant is carefully tended from planting to fruiting, and even the individual bananas are regularly observed to ensure quality. Although grown in greenhouses with controlled temperature and humidity, they still receive natural sunlight to grow better. While regular banana varieties take about 9 to 12 months to harvest, mongi bananas only take 4 months from planting to harvest. This helps to greatly shorten the time for farms to cultivate, and the high price makes mongi bananas increasingly become a high-value commodity. Mongi bananas are harvested only by hand, with farmers using a sharp knife to cut each bunch of bananas while the bunch is still on the tree. After harvesting, farmers continue to separate each banana's still green peels out of the banana bunch and wash away the dirt on the fruit. Next, each banana is dried with clean and soft towels. They are arranged evenly on each plastic tray and then placed in a closed room with a temperature of about 17 degrees Celsius and 77% humidity to create an environment to ripen bananas. After 14 days, each banana is evenly ripened with a beautiful bright yellow color. Due to ripening in low temperature conditions, mongi bananas have a longer shelf life than regular banana varieties. Each banana is wrapped in a separate bag and labeled with information about its origin and source. After that, mongi banana products will be transported to places of consumption. Mongi bananas are not yet mass-produced because of the high cost. To grow this type of banana, farmers must install greenhouse systems to regulate the temperature, which is the most important step. Also, because of the high cost of cultivation, the price of mongi bananas is 20 times higher than normal bananas. This type of banana is also only consumed in some areas because the yield is still low. Many people are curious about the taste of this unique banana and taste it to see if it is different from the usual banana varieties. The banana peel is usually soft and thin during the growing process due to special cultivation techniques and no chemical treatment. So, it has a slightly different texture and milder flavor than the fruit inside. Its flavor makes it easier for people to accept. Mongi bananas are much sweeter than regular varieties, with a sugar content of around 24.8 grams per 100 grams, compared to 18 to 20 grams in regular bananas. This makes them a good choice for those who enjoy sweeter fruit. Bananas are one of the most popular and widely consumed fruits in the world, with billions of them harvested annually across tropical and subtropical regions. The world produces 135 million tons of bananas each year, and the value of the growing banana industry is estimated at $25 billion. Let's explore how farmers harvest and process large quantities of bananas. The banana industry is an important economic sector in countries such as Ecuador, the Philippines, India, and Central America. Banana production and export provide livelihoods for millions of workers, from smallholder farmers to large-scale plantations. Every day, farmers harvest hundreds of tons of bananas to be shipped to processing plants. Bananas are harvested while still green and unripe to ensure they survive the long journey to markets around the world. Harvesting typically takes place 8 to 10 months after planting, depending on the region and weather conditions. This process is labor-intensive, as many plantations harvest bananas by hand to avoid damaging the fruit. Harvesters use knives to cut banana bunches from the trees, being careful not to damage the fruit or surrounding trees. Each bunch can weigh up to 40 kilograms, so workers must be skilled at carrying heavy loads to the collection point. Because the bunches are heavy, each harvester also places a soft cloth or foam pad on their shoulders to avoid injuring or damaging the bananas. Large-scale plantations of hundreds of hectares often use pulleys that can harvest thousands of banana bunches per day. Harvesting bananas using a pulley is a more efficient and safer method. Workers tie heavy bunches of bananas to a rope that is threaded through a pulley mechanism. Once secured, the pulley allows the bananas to be lowered into the bin or container in a slow, controlled manner. This reduces the risk of damaging the fruit and prevents worker injury.
This method of harvesting bananas increases productivity and worker safety, while ensuring high-quality yields, making it an increasingly popular method in commercial banana farming. After harvest, bananas are transported from the fields to processing facilities where they undergo sorting, washing, and packaging. Post-harvest handling is critical to ensuring that bananas maintain their quality during transport to consumer markets, which can be thousands of miles away from the plantation. At processing facilities, bananas are graded according to size, weight, and appearance. Only bananas that meet quality standards, are uniform in color, and free of blemishes are exported. Each bunch of bananas is washed to remove dirt or banana sap. The washing process also helps cool the fruit and slows down the ripening process. After washing and sorting, the bananas are packed into boxes or crates designed to protect them during transport. The boxes are carefully stacked to minimize damage during transport. The packing process is usually done by hand, although some larger facilities may use a mechanized system to assist in the operation. Bananas are also an important ingredient in the food processing industry, such as confectionery or snacks. Bananas are put into specialized machines to be sliced into thin slices and then dried or fried. Dried bananas are also popular in many regions, contributing to the diversity of the banana processing industry. Today, the banana industry operates on a massive scale, with millions of tons of bananas produced, processed, and shipped around the world each year. Countries like Ecuador are the world's largest exporters of bananas, shipping over 6 million tons annually and worth $3.68 billion. While the Philippines and India also play a major role in the global banana trade. These bananas are sold in supermarkets and local markets all over the world, from Europe and North America to Asia and Africa. past few days have been perhaps the worst for farmers in Florida, USA, as Hurricane Helena has just passed. The scariest thing is that before they could recover, an even stronger hurricane hit. The next storm to hit was Hurricane Milton, with terrifying winds. Storm after storm has caused misery for thousands of American farmers as their farms, crops, and homes were destroyed. This shows the power of nature. No matter how terrible it is, it can still cripple the economy of a superpower for years. Even in an era of advanced science and technology, humans cannot withstand devastating natural disasters. Within 20 days, the United States had to face consecutive disasters from 2 storms, Helena and Milton, which are considered the strongest storms in 100 years and could cause hundreds of billions of dollars in damage to the United States. Millions of people were evacuated from the storm's eye for safety, but livestock, poultry, and millions of tons of farm produce were destroyed. According to some reports, more than $14.8 billion in crop and livestock production was affected. Nearly 100,000 farms were affected by the massive storm. According to preliminary statistics, poultry was hit hardest by Hurricane Helene. Poultry production is the dominant agricultural industry in the region, with an estimated $6.3 billion worth of poultry products produced in Florida each year. Georgia and North Carolina, which account for a quarter of the U.S. broiler chicken supply, were among the hardest hit. It is estimated that the storms in recent days have killed nearly 3 million chickens and thousands of pigs and cows across Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. In many areas, strong winds flattened poultry houses, with reports in Florida showing that about 1 in 7 broiler houses were damaged or destroyed. These losses were not only reduces poultry supplies immediately, but also hampers local production capacity for months or even years. Rebuilding housing and equipment will be costly and time-consuming. In addition, the impact of the storm also directly affects the supply of food and clean water, leading to the risk of disease outbreaks in surviving poultry. The livestock and dairy industries were not spared from the devastating storm. The storm destroyed large areas of pasture and many farms, causing large numbers of beef and dairy cattle to be scattered. In many, next month, producers will face more challenges due to reduced feed supplies. The aftermath of the storm was massive flooding, which could sweep away hundreds of farm animals. There were many accidental footages of animals being swept away by the flood to show how severe the damage was. Not only livestock are affected, but fruit and nut farms are also not immune to storm surges or flooding. Total fruit and nut production across Florida counties is about $1.9 billion a year. Georgia is the second largest blueberry producer in the United States, with an estimated value of $156 million a year. Florida accounts for 13% of the nation's strawberry production. All farms in the area, these are all heavily flooded. With this situation, it is certain that in the future, the cost of food and fruits in the US will skyrocket due to insufficient supply. Therefore, the US government must take effective post-storm recovery measures to ensure stable food supply and prices. Leading the recovery effort is the United States Department of Agriculture, or USDA, which has issued announcements to help farmers restore and rebuild their farms. If you are a farmer affected by the storm, please make a list of all the damage, record videos or photos to send to the USDA. This organization has programs to support farmers affected by natural disasters, such as providing low-interest loans, providing technical and financial assistance for long-term recovery plans. In addition, support for restoring infrastructure, emergency treatment of animals killed by the storm is also carried out to avoid environmental impacts and the risk of disease outbreaks. If you are a struggling farmer, contact your local USDA organization for help. Overall, the devastating storms have created serious and lasting hardships for American farmers, threatening their livelihoods, infrastructure, and future productivity. Hopefully, the storms will pass soon, and American farmers will be able to get back on their feet.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any useful information. See you in the next videos.
I'm getting full beating there. Oh, shit. I've got no way over there until we repair that, other than down through